Good evening. Thanks for choosing Acadiana's News Channel at 5:30. I'm Kendria LaFleur. Some candidates are already back on the campaign trail, heading to a runoff following the election. In the race for governor, incumbent John Bel Edwards is the front runner, raking in more than 600,000 votes. Eddie Rispone will run alongside Edwards after 300,000 people voted to put him through to the next round. Governor Edwards says the next 5 weeks will be crucial to continue spreading the word of the work his administration has been able to accomplish and how, if reelected, that work will continue. Edwards went on to say, be prepared for Washington politics to attempt to be a force going into the runoff.
The partisan forces in Washington, D.C. are going to pull out all the stops. There is nothing they won't say to try to win this election, but it will not work. It will not work because we are doing much better now because of the hard and the bipartisan work that we have put into fixing this state.
Republican candidate Eddie Rispone thanked President Donald Trump in his speech. Last week, Trump campaigned in Lake Charles to boost the Republican vote. He tweeted a congratulations and told the people of Louisiana that if they choose Rispone, their taxes and car insurance payments will go down.
I would have been out here about 3 minutes sooner, but they had this guy up in Washington, D.C. just called to congratulate us. President Donald Trump is going to help us. He congratulated us. He's going to stay with Louisiana. He's going to make us great like the rest of the country, and he's going to support us. That's wonderful. Let's thank him.
Another big runoff is Lafayette Mayor President. After a close race, Josh Guillory will face Carly Omlabar. Guillory, the Republican candidate, won the support of 31% of Lafayette voters, while Carly, who ran with no party, earned 28% of the vote. Josh Guillory speaking to his supporters after the results. He says his leadership skills is what makes him qualified for the job. Guillory says if elected, he wants to focus on drainage and also ensure that everyone in the parish is treated fairly.
I believe in the power of the people, not the power of the government. Government should get out the way, but government has a responsibility to take care of priorities: drainage, roads, traffic, fire protection, law enforcement. That's the pillars of government. If we can do that, everything else will fall into place. And under my leadership, we will. We will get our priorities.
Opponent Carly Omlabar says she managed to surge after successfully fundraising efforts and grassroots campaigning. She says the next 5 weeks will be tougher than previous several months.
I got into this race because Lafayette was at a critical crossroads, and that's still true today. And so we're going to be talking about the issues that face us. We're going to be talking about our job losses. We're going to be talking about our drainage. We're going to be talking about what kind of community we want to be. And I'm just so thrilled to get to do that for 5 more weeks. You guys know this is my passion, right?
Candidate Simone Champagne almost made the runoff after securing 16,000 votes. Candidates Carlos Harvin and Nancy Marcotte followed behind.
I will continue to serve the community and do whatever it takes for me to help support anyone in the elected rows to make sure our parish moves forward.
We're going to really take stock, sit back and really think what would be the next best step. I'm going to talk with our team, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we get there.
It's been a great experience. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the people of Lafayette and their concerns. Door knocking and phone calling has been really informative for me.
There are new city and parish council members in Lafayette. You'll remember last year voters decided to split the city parish council after a months-long legal battle over issues with the precincts. A judge ruled to keep the decision by voters in place. The now 9-member consolidated council will become 2 separate 5-member councils. The parish broken into 5 districts. Along with 5 districts within Lafayette city limits, the 2 boards will still work together at times, like when approving the public works budget. Starting with the parish seats. In District 1, Brian Tabar, who chosen to fill that seat. He says his top priority for the job is getting more money into the parish budget without raising taxes. Kevin Naquan will represent District 2. Naquan is currently a Lafayette City Parish Councilman. He says the parish needs to fix drainage and roads, and he will help make that happen. The seat for District 3, which covers Youngsville and Broussard, will decide in the runoff. 6,500 voters chose Jeremy Hidalgo, while 5,000 people voted for Josh Carlson. Heading into District 4, John Gilbo winning that seat with a platform of creating more opportunities and being the voice of people living in Lafayette. Capping off the parish council, District 5 will be represented by Abraham Rubin Jr. He says the district's main concern is making a better educational system. The Lafayette City Council has some new faces. The seat for District 1 is headed for the runoff. Mark Pope and Patrick Lewis are still in the running. Taking over District 2, Andy Nakwan secures that spot. Nakwan beat Bruce Conk, who served on the council for more than a decade. He plans to vote against raising taxes. Liz Hebert will lead District 3. She plans to use her 4 years of experience on the City Parish Council to tackle drainage. Nanette Cook taking the open seat for District 4. According to Cook, she wants to work towards bringing in new businesses to boost the economy. Finally, in District 5, another runoff, this one between Glenn Lazard and Janet Jackson. Voters will head back to the polls on November 16th. The debate over library funds ending last night after a decision by voters to rededicate the money. The money comes from a vote over a decade ago that authorized $40 million in bonds for new library construction. $10 million will be moved from the library fund, $8 million dedicated to drainage, and $2 million to improving parks and recreation. Library representatives